Taj Mahal and Qutub Minar was my wildest travel dream. Now, 18 countries and a couple of Indian states later, I am the founder of Transforming Travels. For a geeky girl like me having middle-class conservative Baniya parents, even going to a neighboring town alone was a distant dream. Forget taking groups of people to the remotest parts of India. I actually expected myself to finish engineering followed by an MBA and have a good job. How many of you are engineers here? I'm an engineer. Good to know that. So, while doing my engineering, the only travel which I used to do was from my college, which was based in Noida Sector 62, to Shipra Mall in Indirapuram, and to my hometown in Kurukshetra under the protection of my dad until my final year. Most of us engineers find everything interesting other than engineering. And we do everything to make our resumes shine rather than actually studying engineering. I too was doing same during my final year, year 2011. I found out a conference happening in Switzerland. I applied, I got selected, and I got the sponsorship. But how to convince my parents? There's a perceived notion that foreign countries, they're more safer than India in the eyes of our Indian parents. And it worked in my favor. Until 2013, I had traveled to 4 countries. You can call it my jugaadbazi or my capability, but it was the best feeling. The taste of freedom, the peace of disconnecting from the routine, and the joy of exploring new worlds was so addictive. I had a full-time job in 2013, but I was not enjoying my life. Guess that feeling of seeing sunset only from the window of your workstation and you cannot go outside? You said shit, right? It's miserable. I had the same feeling. I was feeling that, I'm just enjoying life over the weekend. I have to wait for a weekend to enjoy my life, which meant doing something creative or going out for traveling. During one of those days, I found about a voyage, which sounded like more than a dream to me. How many of you have heard about semester at sea or went for it? Okay, then you listen to me carefully because I'll tell you now. Semester at Sea is a multiple country study abroad program which takes place on a ship. Imagine, the ship is like a floating university campus, equipped with all the facilities an educational institute could have. While you are sailing from one country to another, you are taking classes on the ship, while seeing the ocean. When it's docked in a port, you travel the way you want. I was thinking, anything like this exists? I'm going for it. I had to leave my full-time job to sail on board Semester at Sea, which I gladly did, thinking after coming back from the Semester at Sea, I'm going to find another job. In June 2014, I embarked on the summer voyage of Semester at Sea for 66 days, where we sailed to 10 countries, starting and ending our voyage in Southampton. When I was on board, I had completely forgotten the existence of that parallel universe from where I had come. The voyage was everything to me. The ship community was heartwarming, and our professors were not less than a family. We had a new event on ship every single day, and I was used to waking up in a new country every week. Going out and exploring world-famous landmarks was a routine. visiting picturesque places, clicking photographs, going to cafes and trying out new foods, striking conversation with strangers and buying postcards can probably sum up the way I was exploring those places. It was a perfect lifestyle and the real education for me. Though my excitement knew no bounds, but after a while, I began to feel that something is missing. We were mainly exploring one major European city after another. After a while, all cities began to give same feel, and I was thinking, how do I spot cultural differences between these places? How do I feel Irish if I'm in Ireland? How do I feel Scottish if I'm in Scotland? Why people are eating same kind of food and wearing same kind of clothes everywhere? My energy to go out and explore the same things began to fade. During one of those days, I took a day trip to Dublin, from Dublin to some Irish villages where our bus drove through countless villages. And that day, my hunger of feeling Irish satiated a little bit. The houses had different architecture, people were wearing different kind of clothes, and there were local shops and bakeries. Even streets were giving a different feel. That day, I realized that if you want to experience the culture of a place, you should go to the villages of that place, villages which are as remote as possible. Our cities are so much exposed to globalization that their culture is completely destroyed, whereas villages being remote, they are able to preserve at least some aspects of their culture. In fact, when I was going for semester at sea, some of my well-wishers, they told me, Chandani, you have to use this opportunity as a launch pad, utilize your high-worth American network, settle in America and live your American dream. Little did they know that these Americans are going to reconnect me with my own roots. After I came back from semester at sea, I was very dull and very low. I had left my job, I didn't have anything to look forward to. I wanted to find job as I had decided, but then opening up all those technical books, going through the concepts, messing with my mind was too tough. When I thought deep down, I wanted to have a meaningful life integrated with travel. After a lot of confusions, experiments, struggles, ups and downs, and long fights with my family, I started transforming travels. We take people to villages. We take people to destinations which are not villages. We focus on experiences rather than sightseeing. We give a lot of human touch to every single experience we deliver. And I'll close with one last thing, that never ever take my story or anyone else's story of leaving job for travel and living like a fairy tale, because nothing like this exists. When you start your own thing, be it in travel or any other thing, yes, you are happy, you live your dream, you take the road less traveled, but you earn a lot less than you were earning in a job, and you put a lot more effort than you were putting in a job. And literally, there is no segregation between your personal and professional life. Over to you.
Thank you.